Okay, so today's video is going over decision making, which is the ability to read the field and then choosing the player that gives you the best chance of completing the disc for the most amount of yards. In some of my other videos, I go over how I break down throwing into two different groups, where the first group deals with skills that actually make the disc fly, such as accuracy, velocity, footwork, balance, release points, stuff like that, whereas the second group deals with visual or mental skills, such as figuring out where everyone is on the field, who to target, and what throw to use. This video is going over this skill right here. It's a Group 2 skill and it's very important. It doesn't matter how perfect your form is if you're throwing to people who aren't open. So I break down decision making into three main steps. Number 1, being able to accurately see the separation between players. Number 2, understanding foresight versus breakside difficulty. And number 3, understanding the importance of yards. So before every throw, these three things should be getting mentally checked off. If the person isn't open, it shouldn't be thrown. If there's a person equally open on the break side and the force side, it shouldn't be going break side. If there's a person equally open for 1 yard or 50 yards, it shouldn't be going to the 1 yard throw. Being able to answer these three questions quickly and accurately is how you become consistent at this skill. So the first step in this process is being able to see the separation distance between players accurately. I focus on 4 main distances, which are not open, contested open, open, and wide open. Not open targets should never be thrown to because they aren't open, even with a good throw. Contested open targets are also not ideal, but with a very accurate throw, can be completed. Open targets are ideal, and wide open targets are the most ideal. In general, you only want to be throwing to open and wide open targets. This gives you the best chance for success. This is what the distance looks like for in cuts. It's the same thing as before, just now the target is moving towards you instead of away. You need to be able to see the distance accurately in both directions. So during this step, we are scanning the field and seeing if there's anyone with an open to wide open separation. And if the answer is yes, then we move on to the next step. Okay, so the second step of decision making is understanding force side versus break side difficulty. The force side is much easier to throw to, and this needs to be taken into account when we make our decisions. So if there's someone on the break side, in order to get it to them, you have to throw it past the mark, which is very difficult. When you are able to throw through the marking side without it being blocked, that's called a break, which is why it's the break side. But now let's say you have someone over here on the force side. This throw goes away from the mark and is significantly easier. You just step out and make your throw. Now it gets more complicated once you start adding in the separation concept we just learned. Here we have a target force side that is contested open, and a break side target that is open. It might seem like the break side cut is the better option here, but in actuality, these two have around the same difficulty, or percent chance of being complete. Even though the break side throw is more open, the throw itself is more difficult. While the force side throw isn't super open, with an accurate throw, it will be complete. In a tie, the throw goes to the force side. So for this look, the throw should go here. Now for this example, there is a contested open force side target and a wide open break side target. For this one, the throw should go to the break side because the separation is significantly more than it is on the force side. The more separation a target has, the more margin of error the thrower gets, decreasing the overall difficulty, and in this case, becomes the better throw. But let's say for this example, you have someone wide open on both the break and force side. You want to take the force side throw because it is easier because you don't have to get it past the mark. The third step of decision making is putting yards into the equation. The goal on offense is to score, and because of this, it makes all cuts not equal. The most ideal target is someone that is wide open, to the force side, and in the end zone. Cuts that have the ability to score are more ideal than ones that can't. The amount of yards you get needs to be taken into account. If you have someone open here and here, you don't want to take this 1 yard throw. Take the one that gets more yards. The first 2 steps figure out who is open. This step figures out who of the remaining options puts you in the best position to score. Okay, so the rest of this video tests you on how well you can see the field and do everything that we just went over. So for each example, it will give you a few seconds to scan the field, and then you want to pick the target that you think is right, and then it will give you the answer after that. Orange cones are offense, green cones are defense. The questions also get harder as you go along. So, begin. If you still have questions or this video helped you learn decision making, definitely let me know in the comment section below. If you're really struggling, check out my practice support feature on my website. Like this video if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe, and be sure to share this with anyone you think could benefit from it. This is Ultimate101, and I'll see you next time.